I'm Staff Sgt. Allie Rose. In the news, Secretary of Defense Robert Gates is hosting the Russian Minister of Defense. It is the Russian leader's first appearance at the Pentagon. The defense minister signed a memorandum of understanding about post-Cold War relations and an agreement to establish a defense working group to address regional security and defense reform. U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Salvatore Giunta will be the first living soldier since the Vietnam War to receive the Medal of Honor. Staff Sergeant Giunta and his wife spoke to reporters at the Pentagon Wednesday.
I'm still a soldier, but at the same time, I'm proud. I'm so proud to say I'm with the 173rd. I'm stoked that I can say I'm with the Rock. Battle hard. I'm proud right now being on rear detachment saying I'm serving those dudes and they're out there doing it again. And if other people don't know, well, hopefully they'll listen to this and they'll remember that there's men and women out there every single day giving everything for their country.
The Commander-in-Chief has released a new public service announcement to explain how some service members will be entitled to special stop-loss pay under legislation signed into law.
It's $500 per month, and the tens of thousands of veterans who've already been approved have received an average of nearly $4,000. But now the deadline is approaching fast, and if you don't apply by October 21st, you'll miss out.
To learn more, to submit your application, just go to defense.gov/stop-loss by October 21st. I'm Staff Sergeant Allie Rose with your Pentagon Channel News Update.
Well, it's just days before the Air Force celebrates its birthday, but airmen from across the globe are gathered together at the National Harbor in Maryland to discuss the past, present, and future of the service. Tech Sergeant Chris Decker brings us a highlight of the event's second day.
The second day of the 2010 Air and Space Conference featured an address by the Air Force Chief of Staff. General Norton Schwartz spoke before a packed auditorium about the current state of the Air Force and the path that lies ahead. He recognized this as a time of great change for the Air Force, but promised airmen they can be certain of three things.
First, airmen will always be trusted and reliable teammates to our joint counterparts. Second, America depends on air, space, and cyber power for its asymmetric advantage. So simply put, the nation will not go to war without the United States Air Force. And third, when called upon to fulfill a leading role, as was the case during operations such as Allied Force or the opening salvo of Desert Storm and Enduring Freedom, the Air Force will again see its flag on the marquee and its centrality unquestioned.
General Schwartz also emphasized that despite a leveling budget, a leaner force, and a changing global and technological landscape, the Air Force must continue to deliver what it has since World War II, the ability to see, rapidly get to, and bring effects to bear virtually anywhere on the planet.
We are not only one of the reasons why our nation can prevail in war, we are one of the most compelling reasons why our nation can aspire to prevent war. But should our national leadership direct our military to go downtown, you can be sure, you can be absolutely certain that the United States Air Force will take America there.
From the 2010 Air and Space Conference and Technology Exposition, I'm Tech Sergeant Chris Decker.
And coming up ahead and around the services, it's payday, but instead of spending your hard-earned cash, we'll show you ways to save, at least on auto repairs. But first, coin guidance. We'll go downrange to see how Marines are connecting with local Afghans, a strategy top commanders say will help win the war.
And his concerns are with the Discovery Corporation right now.
Were any shots fired?
We have an unconfirmed report of one. I haven't confirmed that yet.
Well, I understand that there's also some other suspicious bags around him. What can you tell us about that?
There may be some other potential devices with him or near him that he brought in. But again, none of this is
Anybody
confirmed.
does it appear that this is
hurt?
a bomb attached to his body?
When I say an explosive device, a potential or possible, that's bomb.
That's what it looks like to you.
Well, that's what some people are saying it could be, yes.
Has he indicated that he would hurt himself or anyone else?
Not going to be able to get into that kind of detail right now.
Did he used to work for Discovery?
Don't know anything about his history. And that's all I want to say right now. Wanted to give you some information, and then we can confer off camera in a few minutes.
All right, that is Captain Paul Starks. He's with the Montgomery County Police Department. He says around 1 o'clock this afternoon, a man came into the lobby. He says it appears the man may have some explosive devices. He said the man is of Asian descent, that he has some complaint against the Discovery Channel operation. He says he's made some demands. He won't say what those demands are. He says there appears to be some bags around that man. He says there's one unconfirmed report that a shot was fired. So far we know of no injuries. We know that many of the Discovery Channel employees were told to get locked down, lock themselves in offices, and at some time later they were told to leave those offices, and they were secreted out of the building here to safety. Captain Starks describes it still as a fluid situation, that they're in contact with this man. They're trying to negotiate with this man. They say they, again, believe that there could be explosives in the vicinity of this man. There appear to be some bags near his location. That's what we know so far. Back to you.
And Pat, we heard you ask Captain Starks, is he still in the lobby? Would not say, or if they knew where he was in the building. But as we know, it's been years since I've been there, but I can recall television sets and monitors, as with most stations and networks, fill lobbies. And you've got to wonder if anything is being seen as all of this plays out, and how he's communicating, whether he's using a cell phone or what he's doing to talk with what we assume is a SWAT team negotiator.
Well, I would think so. First of all, I think they have a pretty good idea, Jim, where this suspect is as they talk to him. And I think they probably have some eyes on him as they do talk to him. But again, it's a delicate situation. He doesn't want to get into the details of the demands made by this suspect. They're talking to him. They're trying to work out a peaceful end to this. And so he's keeping some things pretty close to his vest here.
Right. And in case you're wondering at home, this is why we are showing you these broad shots. We do not want to show anything any closer toward that lobby or inside or near the building. Pat, on the streets there, what are you seeing? Again, no car traffic whatsoever, no foot traffic, just law enforcement and cars.
Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the scene, Larry, if you will. Come on over. This is Larry, if you will. Let's look down. This is Colesville Road. You can see down there where that traffic is moving. That's East-West Highway. But as you move up Colesville Road towards Georgia Avenue, you can see this whole street is blocked off. There are police cars all over the place. There is a SWAT team here. There are many police officials here. And then up to Georgia Avenue, you see that is blocked off up there at Colesville as well. It's blocked off over on Wayne Avenue as well, as police keep a fairly safe zone around this this dicey and potentially dangerous situation.
And also, I mean, the fact that you can still see the Discovery building from where you are, and that reporters and others are allowed to kind of gather there, it's, I guess, safe to say that they feel like that at least that part of the building maybe is secure, or they've secured that part of the building. Also, Tariq Warner, one of our other cameramen, who's on the other side of the building, he said he was moved back to, I think he said Fiddler, and there goes one of the SWAT team's armored vehicles.
Yeah, you can see an armored vehicle come